So you want to be big on social media, but you can't find anyone that gives you the correct advice or even some decent advice? Well, there's a reason for that. There's a lot of secrets out there and they don't want you to know about it, but I'm going to reveal as much as I can in this short video and we're going to get started right now. But first, make sure you click the subscribe button and click the bell icon so you don't miss out on anything. So to start with, who the hell am I and how did I learn how to grow a YouTube channel? Well, I've got 3 videos with over 1 million views each, several videos with over 500,000. I got quite a lot of videos with over 100,000 views each. Now, I've been split testing ideas for a very long time, and I'm going to break down for you my top 3 videos. Now, firstly, the first video, the highest ranking video I have, is China versus India. Now, what I did was I psychologically broke down what is going on between China and India. Firstly, at that particular time when I uploaded it, it was trending throughout the internet because there was a beef between India and China in the Doklam area because their military were going head to head. So what I decided to do was not going to that, but I wanted to use the SEO, the keywords, and then I wanted to challenge, put the men up against each other, not in a military fashion, but in a dating fashion. So I put them up on a board, and then I compared Chinese men versus Indian men. Luckily, a lot of Chinese women chose Indian men. And if you know anything about dating, you've done your research and you've had a look online, arguably, online, the consensus is that Chinese men are more attractive than Indian men. But my video showed the opposite opinion, that a lot of Chinese girls were very attracted to Indian men. And I pushed that throughout the video. This, as well as having a ranking system, which meant that at the end you wanted to find out the winner, who is more handsome, is it China or India? At the very end, then you would find out the winner. So it makes people watch all the way through. And if you know anything about the algorithm for YouTube, viewer retention is one of the most important things for the YouTube algorithm. They rank videos on viewer retention. So if you get people to watch all the way to the end, YouTube knows that it's a good video, and therefore it will promote it throughout YouTube more and more. So that was the background of that video. The second video that went kind of viral was, I had been planning this one for 6 months and I wanted to make it for a long time. Indian men kind of feel, with the same sort of niche as the video before, Indian men kind of feel a little bit, they feel like they're a little bit left out in the dating area when it comes to white women. And when a YouTuber from Canada came to Sydney, Justin, I had already planned out this video and I knew exactly what to do with him. I went out and filmed this video with him. Boom, 1 million views. What it does is, in a way, when you break it down, to make a video, it has to be shareable. Now, if there's an Indian guy and he's like, oh, and the consensus amongst Indian guys is that cute white women do not like me, and you were to make a video breaking that mold, another Indian guy's going to share it with another Indian guy and say, hey, look, this Indian guy's doing quite well with all these white girls. Look, it's like a confidence builder. They want to share it. This is shareable content. Now, another thing that happened was I was out with a prankster. And my idea for this prankster was to go through the search engine and find out the most popular song of the time. Because the most popular song of now, which would be #1 in the world, would rank in Google. So therefore I wanted to use the most popular song and then get a YouTuber and get him to go out and sing and dance and mess around with people in the street and sing to this new song, but also make sure that I upload it the very moment this very popular song is #1 in the world. So I went out with this prankster and we were about to get started. This is early on in the piece. I didn't quite have the skills at this time, and I ran into a group of guys called the Royal Stampede, and they were like, "What are you doing?" They were from Adelaide, and I said, "Look, the prankster I was with knew who they were. I didn't know who these guys were," and I told them. Because they were in Sydney, they were up for some sort of YouTube event. They had almost hit 800,000, 900,000 subscribers. They were already a big deal at this point. And I told them my secret plan was to use a trending song, sorry. And I wanted to have him mess around and with the public. So, what happened was, while they were in Sydney, the very next day, these guys had the skills. They were already established YouTubers. They knew how to make a video. They took my idea and they went out and made this video, Hotline Bling. Now, that video went viral, and that was 100% my idea. I didn't have the execution. I wasn't there filming it, but I gave them the idea literally the day before. So, you're welcome, Royal Stampede. You probably should have put me in the description. Third. So, I saw this lamb ad. There was this lamb ad for Australian lamb. I saw this ad. It had got over 1 million views on YouTube. No doubt would have been paid views. Here's a little clip.
Lamb's ready. So, who was here first?
That'd be us.
Right, you are.
Now, this video got about a million views online. No doubt they put a lot of money into advertising. They put a lot of money in different areas to try and build this video up. Now, I decided to compete with that video at that particular time, and I thought, how can I, as a little YouTuber, compete with a massive advertising company? So what I did was I decided to go to Facebook, and at this time Facebook pages had more reach. So I went down to the Facebook page and I decided to make a video. I went out and I made thank you for letting me stay in your country, and I went out and hugged some original Australians who I'm still in contact with today, because this video got so much love. It got, I think it said about 280,000 views. It got, I'm guessing, about 8,000 shares. Now, it was nothing but positive video, and and it was organic, by the way. It was just shareable content. So what I did was I competed with a huge advertising company, and I created a totally organic, free video which competed with them. I got over a quarter of their reach. I got more reach than over a quarter of reach, but I got over a quarter of their views. And if I was to embed an advertisement in there or a product, it would have got more love, and people would have felt better about the product if I had to put it into this. Now, if you're going to make content on social media or YouTube, you need it to be shareable. It needs to be kind of positive in a way. And you need a way to promote it. Now, I used Facebook groups, a little bit of Twitter, and a little bit of Instagram to get this video out, and I chose a particular niche. So it was targeted marketing, sending the videos out to people who I knew that would share it. I also found some blogs. I also found some other Facebook pages that I shared it with. And they're like, "Oh wow," and then they shared it on their page, and then the ball just kept rolling. There's another prankster. There's another YouTuber by the name of Tim Star. Now, Tim Star was making a lot of different content. I'd been helping him out for about 6 months up until this stage, and I met up with him, and we'd filmed a lot of different videos. I put him on my channel. We filmed a lot of different videos, and he's a different type of person to work with. So I met up with him. We had dinner, and then there was this new app called Musical.ly at that time, and I did a few Musical.lys with him, and we were doing these funny Musical.lys. I'll put it on my Musical.ly. I'll see if I can find it, and I can show it to you right now. But amped him up. He was in a positive mood. We did a few awesome Musical.lys, and then he pulled out his phone and did "I'm looking for a girlfriend." He took off his shirt. He said, "I'm looking for a girlfriend," and blah 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 blah. Well,
hey guys, I am looking for a girlfriend. I am single and I am looking for a girlfriend to sleep on my chest, and touch my six-pack. If you know a girl who is single, tag her right now because I am looking for a girl to go to the movies with me, hold hands with me, and have sex with me.
That video got over 15 million views on Facebook, got over 1 million or more views on YouTube, and he not only went viral on Facebook and YouTube, but he went viral around the world. News article after news article after news article were written about him, and boom, literally the most famous person in Sydney, or literally Australia, if not Asia at that particular time. There's another prankster by the name of Jamie, and what I was doing was I would meet up with Jamie every now and then, and we would do pranks. And a lot of the pranks would be usually in a shopping centre, and he'll be picking up things and saying funny things to people, and the type of pranks were a little bit just funny, saying funny things, and one day he'd hit kind of a little bit of a lull. He'd been making videos with other people and collaborating with some of the biggest Facebook stars in Australia, and it was kind of plateauing out. It wasn't really going too well at that particular stage, and so he comes to me, friend of mine, and I'm like, yeah, let's push it. Let's do something big. So we went out, and we made this prank on a train, and I posted this before it went up, by the way, because I knew it would go viral. I predicted this one going viral. It reached about 43 million views. I don't know how many shares. 43 million views on Facebook. Within 3 days, he'd went from 500,000 likes on his Facebook page to 800,000 likes, and by the end of the week, or a week and a bit, he had reached over 1.2 million likes on his page. So this one particular video got him over 500, 700,000 likes on his page by one particular video.
This is an express service.
Didn't upload for a whole month. That video was so viral that he didn't actually do anything for a whole month. And then towards the end, he just put up a photo saying, "Yay, 1 million likes on my page." And then at the end of that year, he got invited to go to LA, and he was awarded Social Media Newcomer of the Year. And we can attribute that to one viral video. What am I going to give you guys for tips? Now, firstly, if you're looking at YouTube and you're looking at all these different YouTube channels that give you advice about YouTube, they're YouTube channels that give you advice about YouTube, well, I gotta say they're marketers. They're marketers and you're the prey. I don't know how many of these YouTube channels that give advice to YouTubers that are just starting out, I don't know how many of them actually help you to grow your channel. They might get you from 0 to 1, but they're not going to get you from 0 to making money, getting a lot of views, getting a lot of reach, getting it really happening for yourself, because that's the secret bit. Nobody wants to tell you that. So don't fall into the trap of that. If you're at 0 right now, sure, go watch all those videos, buy their products. I recommend you do that. That's a good start. But when you've been at it for a little while, you need some real advice. Now, the second tip is 50 video rule. Now, if you've reached 50 videos, you have good titles, good tags, good editing, your videos are likable, they're shareable, you're promoting the videos quite well, and you've reached 50 videos, sorry, and you're not growing, it's time to quit. I hate to tell you right now, but if you look at my channel, you could probably look at my channel right now, you look at all the videos that I've got, and you're probably going to say, well, why didn't you quit? Well, arguably, if I was advising someone else, I would say, I should have quit. But me, I like making videos, you see? But let's continue on the same topic of the 50 video rule. Now, the 50 video rule, there's no particular number, but you have to be growing. There has to be a steady growth, upward curve. So the people that watch you, there has to be a percentage of the people that are hanging around and staying with you. Now, if you look at my channel, I've got 7 million, 8 million views on my channel, and I can upload a video and I'll probably be lucky to get 100 views. That means that over 7 million people have watched my videos, and less than 100 of 7 million people actually like me and want to stick around. Now, this is a tough pill to take if you are starting out on social media, and you need to be strong inside to cop that. Now, sometimes it just doesn't work out, you see. So I have learned that I'm better behind the camera. I'm better as an advisor. I'm almost the best expert when it comes to behind the camera that you're ever going to get. I know how to make viral videos, and I got the ideas, I got all that, but on camera, having a YouTube channel is not my thing. People watch the videos and they might not like you. Now, that's a tough pill for you to swallow, because you just, if people don't like you, it hurts. I get that. But that is social media, and you have to know when to quit. Now, niche. Where is your niche? What niche are you in? Why are you in a niche? Why should you pick a niche? Firstly, niches matter. Looks matter. I'm going to go with another example. The Apple Store. I stayed out the front of the Apple Store for 11 days. I made several videos on the topic, and I got nothing but hate. If you go to iJustine's channel, there's a girl by the name of iJustine. She's a pretty blonde. Good-looking, pretty blonde. I think she's like 21 or something like that. Beautiful girl. She was first in line at the Apple Store. I think she was first in line iPhone 6, 7, maybe 8, 10. She seems to be at the the Apple Store and getting the first iPhone continuously. And she'll probably get 1 million, 4 million views and nothing but love. Now, for instance, I stayed out the front of the Apple Store, and I didn't do anything different from her, but every article was like nothing but hating on me. Now, this is not me being bitter or sullied or anything. This is a lesson for you guys. It is that looks do matter. It doesn't necessarily matter how hard you work. It doesn't matter how awesome your editing is. If people don't like your looks, they don't like the sound of your voice, you're going to lose out there on social media. It's another one that you really need to understand. And a lot of you guys out there, you're probably gonna, I've heard this a million times by a lot of guys, it's like, I'm just doing it for me. Well, that's good. If you look at my channel, a lot of my videos I do for me too. I made a lot of videos I do for me, but you also need to cop the consequences. That means that no one's going to see it and no one cares about it. So you need to understand that as well. I made a lot of videos that I made for myself. I didn't expect them to go viral because, I made it for myself. And in a way, if you're looking at your entire channel, it kills your channel over time if you are making videos that people don't care about. You get too many thumbs down. YouTube notices the failures in your videos. There's this YouTubers called Asian Boss. They made this video, I think it's called What Australian Girls Think of Asian Men. So what I did was I ran another experiment, the same as the Apple Store. The Apple Store was another experiment, but I also had other reasons to hang out the Apple Store. This was a pure experiment. Now, what Australian girls think of Asian men? Now, you're probably you probably think that your race doesn't matter, your looks don't matter, your race doesn't matter, the way you look doesn't matter. It's just how competent you are and how good you are at getting your message across. Well, that is not true. This is social media. This is the real world, and it does matter. So, for instance, Asian Boss made this video called "What Australian Girls Think of Asian Men." So what I did after that video got like 1 million. I don't know. It's got a lot of views. I don't know. It's got probably millions of views now. I haven't checked it in a long time. I went out and copied the exact same title. Now, if you look at their video, all they did, they spent probably half an hour out there and they said, "Asian guys, hot or not?"
Asian guys, hot or not?
I think they're hot. I like Asian guys. I think they're hot.
And then the girls were like, "Oh, no pressure, hot. I don't want to look like a racist. Hot." So what I did was I went out there and spent a month on this video. I got secret footage of me going over to girls, secretly asking them with a secret mic on them. Then I asked them, of course, afterwards for permission. That's another tip for you guys. If you're going to be secretly filming people, make sure you get their permission, because you're not allowed to do that and put it up on social media or YouTube or anything. Quick question, would you date an Asian guy? Yeah. Yes? And that's 2 girls would?
Date an Asian guy.
Another thing, I did a lot of interviews. I went down to the beach. I did nighttime. I did a lot of this video. I put a lot of time in, and it maxed out at 200,000 views and is not ranking in YouTube anymore.
2 years.
Which nationality would you choose to date if you had to? Some Asian guys are hot.
Yes. Yeah. Japanese are really good looking.
它已经有40多年的历史了，它可以有效的缓解。
And it got a lot of hatred. Now, the only difference between me and the video between Asian Boss is the color of my skin, and the fact is that I put a lot more work in. My video was far better in every aspect. Objectively, this is not subjectively me being like, yeah, my art is awesome. Objectively, my video was better in every single way.
It's really hard.
Than their video. The only difference is the color of my skin. So if you were to scientifically break it down and compare them, the lesson for you guys is make sure that if your race, your looks, they do matter. Another tip. You're probably wondering, sometimes there's these child stars that come out of nowhere, or there's these YouTubers, they just boom, they explode out of nowhere and you have no idea what the hell happened with these people. And you're probably wondering, where did they come from? Now, this is one of the biggest secrets in YouTube. And I saved it for towards the end so that I could let you guys in on this massive secret. This massive secret is some of these people put $15, $20, sometimes $30,000 into a PR company. Now, this PR company will contact the media, they will contact blogs, they will contact massive websites, and they will share your videos from your YouTube channel, your Facebook page, your Instagram, your Twitter. You can pay for a PR company to share all of that so that you have a built-in audience in a particular niche, and they will help you as well. They will also give you the right advice. They will put you in front of proper professional camera people to take the right photos. They will help you with editing. If you got the money and you want to put it into a PR company, this is the biggest secret out there. If you have money, you can be a big star on YouTube or Facebook or any sort of social media. If you have the money and the right advice, you can have the audience and you can find out fast. They search it. Search engine optimization. That's another huge tip. Now, clickbaiting. Clickbaiting is another tip. Clickbaiting works. Clickbaiting really does work, and I know a lot of people say that clickbaiting, you shouldn't do clickbaiting. But the thing is, clickbaiting is everything on social media. Clickbaiting is something that the biggest YouTubers, Facebookers in the world use today. They have an audience already, and then they clickbait the hell out of it again. Now, what they do is the people at the front that are clickbaiting a lot, they don't want a lot of people behind them clickbaiting as well, so they've made it sound and seem like it's taboo to clickbait. But if you go through the top, say, 100,000 YouTubers in the world, they all clickbait. There's a point where you'll see a drop in their views, a drop in their reach. Next thing you know, they're clickbaiting, my mum died, my girlfriend's pregnant. This is how it works. You need to clickbait the hell out of it. You need to have some good thumbnails. And even YouTube channels, they say, the YouTube advice channels, they say, look, you shouldn't clickbait. Well, what they don't want, part of the reason why they say that, okay, let me explain this. The reason why they tell you not to clickbait is because they don't want you getting organic growth. They don't want you going from nothing to something because you've clickbaited your way to the top and you've beat out all the other clickbaiters, because the people at the top, they're the ones putting money into the system, and the whole system is built around the people at the top also putting money in, the advertisers putting money in, and they don't want some YouTuber that hasn't put any money into the system to just clickbait and go, boom, 1 million views, and then just grow an audience out of nothing. They don't want you to beat the system. The system is there so that YouTube advertisers, the established YouTubers can remain at the top, and they don't want you clickbaiting your way up to the top. So I'm going to give you the advice which I'm probably going to get scolded for. You need to clickbait your way to the top. Anyway, I could talk about YouTube and social media forever, but the main reason why I wanted to tell you guys about this is that I have started up a Facebook group called Australian YouTubers Collaboration. Now, if you want some more advice, or you want to speak to me in person, you want to chat to me and get some advice with me in person, this is the top link in the description goes to my Facebook group. Or you can search in Australian YouTubers Collaboration, and then you can join the group. I'll accept you. Just don't spam it, because that doesn't work. It doesn't matter where you are in the world. You can join up with the group, and I'll be putting some tips in there. I'll try to help you guys out. I'm not, whenever I log in, I'll try to help you guys out as much as I can. But yeah, I can talk about YouTube and social media for hours. I've also sat down with some of the biggest YouTubers in the world with millions of subscribers, tens of millions of subscribers, and I could sit down with them for an hour talking about YouTube. So if you guys want to pick my brain, I will be totally down for that. I love talking about YouTube, social media, and how to do all this stuff. I love this stuff. So join the group if you're just starting out, because it'll be so much more valuable than any other group on any of these topics, because a lot of these other guys that give you advice, they haven't actually split tested it. They haven't done what I've done with social media, and they haven't seen what I've done either. So I could slay them in any area, and I bet you my advice is far more valuable than theirs. So again, if you haven't already subscribed, click the subscribe button, click the bell icon.
Press the bell icon on the YouTube app and never miss another update.